And it was a costume homecoming. I don't know why, but I'm like, Heidi, I have a great idea. We're going to be flashers, right? I'm thinking, gorgeous girl, trench coat. Didn't go that way. Heidi, what's unique is she maintained a relationship with my mom for 40 years. And her kids, Heidi, of course, went on, married and had kids, but her kids were, it was Grandma Sharon, Grandpa Andy, totally independent of me. I didn't see Heidi for all these years. I would always ask my mom, how's she doing? Once in a decade, I think I would see Heidi or hear something about. But I was mad crazy in love with her. I mean, we walked the 50-yard line. She was the first girl I asked to marry me. Not for seriousness, but I'd gone to Walmart, gotten a toy ring, and then when I was in the ham radio club, you remember the story where I took electronics to make a ring? I was crazy in love. Now, Heidi was the hottest girl in the school, right? And she kept me alive in high school, basically, because all the other guys wanted to kill me. The thing is Heidi sat down for an interview with you, Anna, and I don't know what she said. Hint, did she talk about homecoming?
I think she did tell about dances you went to.
Was it romantic and sweet, or was it
romantic?
True? Okay.
Romantic. Some costumes, right?
Yes. So Heidi's Greek, and her dad is more Greek, and her mom was more. The idea of their daughter spending any time with a young, undisciplined, brash, pain in the ass, rebellious kid with a perm. But they knew we were in love, so they didn't really get in the way of that. But homecoming, I asked Heidi in a very particular way to go to homecoming with the balloons. Did she talk about that? The balloons? No? So I was a very lonely guy in high school, and I was desperate to win this girl's heart. So I hatched a strategy that in every one of her classes, will you go to homecoming with me? Yeah, 8 periods. So I had a balloon in each one of her classes, and it had a word, and you pop the balloon, and this, well, okay, will you? I mean, she had it by second period, right? But we tortured her for the rest of the day. Invitations were given, invitations were accepted. I'm like, oh, pressure's on. And it was a costume homecoming. I don't know why, but I'm like, Heidi, I have a great idea. We're gonna be flashers, right? I'm thinking, gorgeous girl, trench coat. Didn't go that way. When I went to pick up Heidi, her dad was there, as always. He's still alive. He's in his 90s. This guy's a freaking force of nature. And Heidi looks beautiful, and she's got her trench coat, and I gave her a corsage that was a squirting flower instead of a real flower. And so, we were like, and she had this hat. And I remember she's like, bye, Dad, I'm going. Now, in the Greek house, in the middle of the summer, their Christmas tree was still up. It was unusual. He was a podiatrist, so he had like a doctor's office in the house. And I remember that Christmas tree. It was always confusing me. I'm like, where am I? What timeline am I in? And not only that, he used to put outdoor Christmas lights on the tree. And this was in the day when the outdoor lights were like the size of little light bulbs that were in your lamp. I'm like, this house is crazy. And then in the kitchen, there's like 2 or 3 refrigerators, like Greeks, they cook, I'm like, what is this place? And I always get lost in their house, because it was half office and her mom had a swinging chair, and so I don't know, it was weird. Heidi's like, bye, Dad, see you later, be home by midnight. He's like, Heidi Beth, just a minute. And I'm like, oh shit. He comes out to give her a kiss, and she's like, now you kids have a good time. And I thought, we got this. He's like, Heidi, what's under the coat? She's like, Dad, what's under the coat? She opens the jacket. No, she had clothes. She knew this was coming, you see. And I was hoping for like a swimsuit or something, right? I'm like, woo. No, she was very, very proper girl. I think I was the one with the bikini on. I don't remember clearly, but so anyway, so we go to the homecoming, and we were really, really in love. The reason I know that is even the other kids said, you guys are in love. You're on the dance floor, and you're just talking and laughing, and all the other kids are, like not that easy. So we really had a connection. The dance ended. I don't think I really had any money or any plans, and I'm like, we were having such a nice time dancing. So I said, let's go dance. And she's like, where? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll figure out something. So we drove to a church parking lot not far from the school. And I turned on the headlights, and now some movie copied me, but when I did it, it was the real thing. So we turned on the lights and opened the car doors. My mom had a Caprice Classic. Now they pimp those, right? Uta, uta, uta. But at that time, it was all original. And so the stereo was kind of like AM, FM, and we turned on the car radio, and we were just dancing in the parking lot. It was very romantic, and about 3.5 minutes later, the police showed up. And then the police come over, and they're like, what are you guys doing here? And I'm like, put on the charm, Heidi, put on the charm. She's like, oh, we're just dancing, having homecoming. And I'm like, I'm like, I know if I talk, it's a bad thing. So let the girl do the talking to the police. That's the moral of the story before the end of the story. Guys, shut up. Let the girl do the talking. And so he's like, he was kind of charmed by us, actually. He's like, sees these two ding-dong kids. And I'm like, well, the dance ended. We still wanted to dance. She doesn't have to be home till midnight. We wanted another 15 minutes. And he's like, well, I'll give you 5. He said, but then I'm going to drive back. And if you're, if you got to leave. Private property, it's church property, et cetera, et cetera. So we had a romantic thing. And then I think we went and got an ice cream at Dairy Queen. And she went home and I didn't get a bathing suit. So that's dating a Greek girl in high school. And then the next day in high school, after homecoming, everybody's telling stories. And a lot of kids were getting laid in high school. I didn't know this. I'm like, even then, it was like some passage. I'm like, what the hell? To me, I was too young for that. There was all sorts of stories. And I'm just like the police, I'm not talking. I'm not talking. Think what you want. I'm not talking. Yeah, high school. It was a shit school. So the moral of the story, again, is let the girls do the talking if police are involved. Yeah, we spent a lot of times trying to, and as a high school kid, trying to find places to like have that romantic something. You had the jacuzzi hopping, you had the sprinklers on the golf course and uncomfortable cars and things like this. But nowadays kids have money. They go get a hotel or they go to freaking spring break parties out of the country. What? No, I'm like, I got a can of soup, and a lighter. Let's warm it up. Yeah, that was pretty much my high school.